Hey guys, Thomas Azula Jr. here, aka Mustached Tom, with my review of American Ultra, starring Jesse Eisenberg and Kristen Stewart as the main characters. Jesse plays a stoner writer guy named Mike, who is one day activated by a CIA agent and then is proceeded to be hunted down by Topher Grace's elite soldiers, if you will. I can't remember what their names were, but this movie had plenty of action and adventure, and it also had elements of comedy. And I do think that's what made this movie work. Is that the comedy in this movie, for me, it really works. In particular, like the scenario of killing someone with a spoon. I think there are other elements in this movie that really provide for the way that the characters sort of get into these sort of situations and get out of them is pretty funny. I actually really liked Topher's character in this movie, playing a CIA agent. Just this guy who thinks he's in total control over the government. I think he played it really well. I found a lot of his moments pretty damn funny. Even Jesse's and Kristen's characters are sort of these calm, stoner like characters. I do think that there are moments in this movie that really pertain to emotional scenes, like when she says "I love you" a lot and stuff like that. But she really does pull off a pretty convincing role. With her all being the CIA agent as well. I think what really helps is the whole dynamic of like these two splitting ends of being a CIA agent and then being like the stoner who doesn't really do anything. Total opposites, I guess. Really messing with that idea, and I think it works here in this movie. One scene in particular I remember pretty fondly is they get locked up and his Mike's what you call it, his, the guy he buys his drug dealer, sorry, who's played by John Leguizamo. His character is just over the top, and again, that really allows for pretty interesting and entertaining moments. I think when they got locked in this room and so like this whole like light sort of environment in the room that they're in, and then they get locked in and they're trying to find a way out, and scenes like that really just play to the whole action adventure sort of part of the movie. um, so I think people who like action adventure, I think this is a definite movie to check out at least once. I think the comical part is there. I mean, granted that there are some scenes that kind of fell flat because of the acting, but it did help other parts in the movie. So it's a double-edged sword in that sense. But I really found the movie enjoyable. Much more enjoyable than the previous movie I had to do a rant about, because it was sort of a comedy action adventure, and I didn't see any of the comedy, and the action, it was there, but it just sort of fell flat in the comedy aspect. And this movie has it, so at least to some degree. So I think when this sort of movie ends with this sort of potential for a sequel, I think it could more easily reach that sort of level of having a sequel. The way this movie ends, so definitely worth checking out at least once, especially if you're into the action. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, which is a good score. Like I said, I found it really good. So that is my review for American Ultra. And I am Thomas Asuli Jr., aka Mustached Tom. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.